Hey everyone, welcome back to another Wicked Mind Read video. We're super glad you could join us today. It's so good to touch base with you as always, and if you haven't joined us before, welcome. Animals. Most people love them, and to those who don't, well, we find it hard to believe, but still, there's no judgment here. Some are big, some are small, some are domesticated, and some not so much. But no matter what species we're talking about, animals have out-of-this-world instincts, that's for sure. Here, in this video, we're gonna see the caring nature of animals that use their instincts and their intellect to save people. Wow, this video rocks before we even get started, and we simply can't wait to show you. Stay tuned for our best pick, featured at number 2 as well. Let's go, guys and gals. Now we're counting down to the top 10 animals that actually saved people. Number 10. Our number 10 spot belongs to this amazing instance of a sea lion who saved a man at the Golden Gate Bridge. In fact, most suicide attempts here end in death as the intention was planned, which is very unfortunate and extremely saddening. But Kevin Haynes, at the age of 19, was destined to live when he jumped off the bridge after trying to commit suicide in September of 2006. When he fell, he shattered his back severely and broke his vertebrae, and he was unable to swim or float sufficiently. He was also experiencing excruciating pain from the fall and trauma. Miraculously, a sea lion came to his aid, and when he began to sink below the surface, getting ready to drown, it showed up seemingly out of nowhere. But then, yes, most definitely he felt something underneath him, and was pushed back up to the surface of the water by a sea lion who would not let his head go underneath the water to drown. The sea lion stayed until authorities were able to rescue him by boat, and then the sea lion swam away after he was safe and sound. We love this one, folks, and if you or anyone you know is suffering from a mental health issue or is suicidal, please call the listed numbers in your area or country to get immediate help. Number 9. At number 9, we have this shot of this vision of a young girl at the age of just 8 years old who was saved by an elephant. In the 2004 tsunami in Thailand, she was caught off guard as many others were when the waters rose and hit the shoreline with massive force and fervor. The torrent of the water pushed her so hard that she was in the current and she was almost swept away with its unbelievable force. In a miraculous turn of events, an elephant saw the struggle of the small girl and picked the little girl up, depositing her on its back. The elephant continued to run and made it to higher ground, keeping her away from the massive water which rushed torrentially past them with such a speed that it could, and did, kill others who were caught up in its massively powerful deluge. When the unique animal was hit with a large wave, it even turned to brace the little girl from being hit. The elephant eventually ran to safe ground and close by to the little girl's parents, and they were overjoyed and overwhelmed to see her on the elephant's back, alive and well. What an amazing story. We just love this one. Number 8. At the 8th spot in our countdown, we have this story which occurred just off the coast of Cape Town. A tourist was blatantly attacked by a shark and his leg was torn into pieces. A harrowing event that was shocking at the time, as you can well imagine. Unable to help himself, the man tried to swim with his arms flailing, but was tiring quickly, having lost a lot of blood and being in shock from the sudden event that took him by complete surprise. And right at the time of near disaster, another 2 people who had been watching from the shoreline had begun to swim out to try to help the man, but the shark was still there, threatening to bite all 3 of the men now. And then, out of nowhere, a strong swimming seal came to confront the shark, keeping it away from the men, and it used all of its tact to keep the shark busy as they rescued the man who had been bitten, getting him to safety. And yes, he lived, able to reach help. Imagine the adrenaline of this situation. We love seals more than ever now, and they're usually the shark prey. What an awesome animal. Number 7. At lucky number 7, we have this amazing footage of this amazing save in China, in the aquarium known as Polar Land. Here, divers had to dive down to the bottom of the pool without any scuba gear, showing their talents in a competition event, swimming to a depth of over 19 feet with the beautiful white beluga whales. But the 26-year-old competitor, Young, became panicked after her leg cramped severely as she reached the bottom when her time was up, and she couldn't make it back to the surface, beginning to lose her air-breathing technique and started to suffocate. The instance of death seemed imminent, but wonderfully, a wise beluga saw her struggle, and the whale known as Mila, a resident of the aquarium, helped Young by passing by and then lifted her to the surface quickly by holding her right leg in her mouth. The girl survived, thanks to the brilliant efforts of Mila. Aww, beluga whales are just so awesome. We're loving this countdown so far. Number 6. At spot number 6 for the countdown, we have this amazing story of a man who went into a diabetic coma inside his home as he was resting on his couch. Simon's wife, Victoria, was sure that her husband just fell asleep after a hard day's work at the office. At home, there was also their pet rabbit named Doherty, who sensed immediately that something wasn't quite right with Simon. Doherty began to jump on Simon in an energetic way, trying to raise his consciousness and get him to come out of his dangerous coma. The unprecedented behavior drew Victoria to the rabbit, who was behaving so abruptly and with much defiance, trying to raise Simon again. Victoria immediately called the paramedics, now realizing that he wasn't asleep at all but having a medical episode. The beautiful rabbit's actions saved his owner's life here. We love Doherty. She is so gorgeous, don't you think? Great work, Doherty. Number 5. We're halfway through the countdown already. At spot number 5, we bring you this amazing footage of an amazing rescue of Jeremy, a little boy who was riding his bike out front of his home. This occurred in 2014 in Breckland. While Jeremy was riding, a loose dog came at him suddenly from the neighbor's home. The dog grabbed Jeremy's leg and began to pull him off his bicycle. The little boy was scared, and as his mother, Erica, ran out to help her little boy, their pet cat zoomed past and was already there, donning sharp claws. Tara, the usually quiet 6-year-old house cat, pushed the dog away in a fierce show of force. She even attacked the dog and stayed on his tail until he was out of the scene altogether. The little boy was unhurt, and his mother was so relieved that Jeremy was all right. We love Tara for helping out her owner and friend. What an amazing show of strength for this unsuspecting feline. Number 4. For spot number 4, we can show you this amazing story where during 9/11, the emergency caused an unlikely save for this gentleman, a blind man named Michael Hinson. Hinson had been working on the 78th floor of the World Trade Center and in the North Tower. Because of his condition, he had no idea what was taking place at all, except that there was a commotion and that something horribly wrong was going on around him. His guide dog, Rochelle, knew that danger was imminent, and so she led Michael down, all the way to the bottom of the tower via the stairwell. They went down 1,400 steps to reach the bottom altogether. In an amazing show of pride and bravery, they did this as smoke and devastation surrounded the pair. And that wasn't all Rochelle did. She kept leading them down into the subway station so that they were underground and well below the threat of the danger that was so devastating above ground. Rochelle was given a bravery medal by the state of New York for animals who show great courage in times of crisis, for her part of unbelievable bravery during this very tragic event where so many lost their lives that harrowing day and part of the USA's very tragic history. We salute you, Rochelle. What a beautiful animal. Number 3. Our third spot in the countdown goes to this amazing animal who saved this little boy, Anthony Burke, a miracle story from their family pig known lovingly as Priscilla. They were all together in Lake Somerville in Texas, and there they usually swam together as part of their vacation, including the pig who also enjoyed it immensely. But Anthony, suffering from a delay in his development, could not swim on his own, and as his mother was organizing things for their experience there, placing things down, Anthony ended up in the water, swimming a long way and had moved far, far away from the shoreline. The pig reached him, and Anthony held on to her for dear life, but he kept pulling her down and underneath the surface due to his panic. The family watched as Priscilla never gave up, bringing him safe and sound back to the shore where the other family members were delighted at the amazing feat of Priscilla's bravery. Priscilla still, even to this day, gets nervous watching children swimming, as pigs have great memories like humans do. What a pig, huh? Maybe she's related to the famous one we all know called Babe. Great work, Priscilla. We love you. Number 2. It's best pick time, and we're so glad you made it to this one. It was sent in by George from Kansas. His auntie had this one stashed in her drawer from about a decade ago, and it shows a huge polar bear helping a drowning woman in a very ice-cold body of water. She's screaming as the bear takes it in his own mind to push her to safety, and was possibly thinking she might get eaten or drown. Not really a fun choice to have to make. Polar bears are known for their excellent abilities in agility, strength, and ingenuity near and in the water, fishing as a survival skill in fast-moving and slower-moving waters. This woman would have been absolutely terrified, and George's aunt said it was a friend of the family who took a vacation. The details aren't fully known, except to say that she came away unscathed but terrified. We'd like to thank George for sending in this amazing pick today. We're simply thrilled that we could feature it here for you on Mind Read. Have you got an amazing story about an animal who saved a life? If so, we'd love you to tell us about it down in the comments section. That'd be super awesome, guys and gals. Number 1. Here we are, yes. We're finally at the number 1 spot for our Wicked Countdown. Drum roll, please. In Campanis, the locals usually enjoy the silence and peace brought about by the day. However, this particular day was marred only by the rush of garbage trucks, emptying the garbage cans of the houses in the local streets. The brilliant red-haired dog was alerted to the sound of something else this day though, something other than those rumbling trucks. And so he ventured out to see what it was, picking up the mystery in his open mouth and carrying it to a nearby home. But can you guess what it was? We might need the drumroll here actually. A newborn baby had been found by him in a garbage can, with the umbilical cord still attached and crying its eyes out too. Someone had given birth and thrown it out, very sadly, into the trash that day. But this wonderful dog was on the case. It truly deserves so much praise for saving the tiny baby's life. And yes, the baby survived. This one was sad, but turned happy because of the instincts of this awesome, intelligent pooch. Yeah, we can't believe this one either. This one takes our number 1 spot for this awesome countdown of top 10 animals that saved people. How cool. We love it. Okay, so those were super cool, right? Have you ever been saved by an animal before? We'd sure love to hear about it in our comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can keep up to date with the latest, coolest videos that we bring to the table for you, our awesome viewers. Remember to tap the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. And place a comment below and share it with the family and friends too. Until next time, folks, stay happy and keep taking those pics and videos. See you real soon. We love you all.